Let me ask you a question, a deep question. What if everything you're facing right now, every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, every closed door, every unanswered prayer, what if all of it is shaping you? What if the very things you wish would disappear are actually the things God is using to prepare you for the next season of your life? I know it doesn't feel that way right now. I know struggle feels heavy and pain feels unfair. But what if behind it all, God was working in ways you couldn't see? Today, I want to share a message with you that's been stirring in my heart. What if everything you're going through right now is shaping and making you stronger? Here's the truth. Struggle isn't meant to break you. Struggle is meant to build you. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope." That means your pain has a process. Your suffering is not wasted. God is using it. But here's the thing. People respond to struggle in two very different ways. Some people let their struggles destroy them. They give up. They become bitter. They stop believing. They stop trying. But others allow God to use their struggles to shape them. They don't waste their pain. They let resistance, pressure, fire, and pain produce something greater in them. The question is, which one will you be? 1. Resistance builds strength. Think about the gym. Muscles don't grow without resistance. When you lift weight, that very resistance is what tears the fibers of your muscles so they can rebuild stronger. Without resistance, there's no growth. In the same way, life's resistance, the obstacles, the setbacks, the challenges are what builds spiritual strength. James 1:2-3 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." When you face resistance, don't see it as punishment. See it as training. God is building spiritual muscles in you that you don't even realize you'll need in the future. 2. Pressure produces. Purpose diamonds don't form overnight. They are created deep underground, under extreme pressure and heat. Without that pressure, the diamond would never exist. The same is true in your life. The pressure you feel, the responsibilities, the stress, the weight of life can feel crushing. But maybe that pressure isn't meant to destroy you. Maybe it's meant to reveal your true purpose. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." That's the beauty of pressure. It pushes you to discover who you really are, and more importantly, who God really is. 3. Fire refines. It doesn't destroy. When gold is placed in fire, it doesn't get ruined. The fire simply burns away the impurities so that what's left is purer, stronger, and more valuable. 1 Peter 1:7 says, "These trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold." The fire you're walking through right now may feel unbearable, but God is using it to refine you, to burn away pride, to strip away things that don't belong, to make your faith more real than ever before. Don't fear the fire, because if God allowed it, it's not to destroy you, it's to develop you. 4. Pain produces testimony. One of the most powerful things about pain is that it never leaves you empty-handed. Every pain, every scar, carries a story. Your greatest testimony often comes from your greatest trial. Think about the people you've admired in faith. Most of them have a story of heartbreak, loss, sickness, addiction, betrayal, but also a story of how God carried them through. Revelation 12:11 says, "They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." Your pain may feel pointless now, but one day it will be the very story that helps someone else keep going. So let's recap. Resistance builds your strength. Pressure produces your purpose. Fire refines your character. Pain produces your testimony. Friend, what you're going through right now is not the end of you. It's the making of you. Here's my encouragement. Don't run from it. Don't let it harden you. Don't let it destroy you. Surrender it to God and allow Him to shape you through it. Here's my call to action. This week, instead of asking, "God, why me?" ask, "God, what are you building in me?" That shift in perspective can change everything. Let me leave you with this picture. A seed must be buried in darkness before it breaks through the soil into light. If you looked at the seed in the ground, you might think it was dead, but really it was being prepared for life. That shift in perspective can change everything. Let me leave you with this picture. A seed must be buried in darkness before it breaks through the soil into light. If you looked at the seed in the ground, you might think it was dead, but really it was being prepared for life. That's you right now. You may feel buried, you may feel crushed, but in reality, you're being planted, and what feels like the end might just be the beginning of something new. So pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Think about the struggles you're facing right now, and ask yourself, what if everything I'm going through right now is shaping me? What if it's making me stronger? What if God is using this season to prepare me for the next? Because He is. Stay faithful, stay strong, and remember, your struggle is not your ending. It's your shaping.